Hello, hello. Today we've got 10 things that I've learnt as a voice coach, performer, and improviser from posting every day a video on YouTube, which for 30 days. I did say 30 days there. See, this was going to be well oiled as a video, and it's just as scrappy as all the rest of the videos that I put up for these 30 days. But I have learnt a hell of a lot, and indeed, a lot of things have gone particularly well. And as a coach, I think it's important to celebrate things when they go well. So here are these 10 things that I have learnt. But first, let me just remind you, or indeed tell you, if you haven't watched it before, who I am and what this 30 days was. So my name's Alex. I'm a voice coach, and the purpose of this, or this last 30 days, was that I'm going to put a video out every day, and upload it and send it out without editing, or without cutting out mistakes. We'll talk about those. But I had strong doubts as to whether I was going to be able to, because I've got ADHD, which is one of the things I talk about, is neurodivergent masking, and I was like, in the past I have failed at such things, and I didn't fail. So let us go straight on to number one after I remind you. See, I'm forgetting things all the time. You can't tell I've been doing this for 30 days, can you? You're just like, this is nonsense. Yeah, remind you to subscribe or hit the bell icon, or hit the like if you like voice things. That's a thing. Right, number one. There we go. Only a minute and a half to get to the point. What the hell? Number one. What have I learned? I've learned I can do it, and this is one of those things that as, if you're teaching someone, as I do, we can think about stuff for ages, and it can get really hard. We're like, oh, I don't know if I can do this. And you get up and you try it and you're like, oh, I wasn't very good. But actually, when you do things, you get up on stage and you talk and you use your voice, or you try and do a different accent or whatever it is, you get up and you find out you can do it a lot better than you thought you could. My God, this is scrappy. Seriously, I was this is going to be amazing. There you go. I've got a list. I've got everything. Anyway, despite that, I've seen as I've progressed over these days that I'm actually not bad as a communicator. I am very scrappy because that's who I am, and I think that's something to be heralded in this world. Let's move on to number two, and that is, rules are dangerous. So I have been in the professional speaking industry, on and off, for the last 9 years, I can't remember. And there are a lot of rules about how you should talk, and how you should talk on behalf of your business, and how you should make videos, and how you should, descript things. And I know all of the rules, and they are pain in the ass. And it's not that they're wrong. It's just that they're wrong. It's not that they're wrong. It's just that they're wrong. No, it's that the problem is that rules apply for particular people. So if you've got a teacher who knows you really well, and then they tell you some rules, fine, that might work. But what happens in this weird world of the internet is that actually we are bombarded, dumbfounded. Let's call it bumfounded. We're bumfounded by so many different rules coming at us about how we should do things, and it creates a sense of overwhelm. So I think the rules about how you should do videos and stuff. Another one is videos on YouTube, telling you how to do videos on YouTube. Oh, I got stuck down that rabbit hole. But you can hear so many different things, and people say, oh, you should do this. Do whatever the hell you want. Be whoever the hell you want. That is my message. Rules are dangerous, but also just do stuff. Anyway, that was a terrible summing up of that, but it's fine. We're going to go to number three. Here's a revelation. I didn't really know. I thought people weren't that interested in the voice, to be honest, even though I've been a voice coach for almost a decade. And maybe exactly a decade. I can't remember. I've got a terrible memory for dates. Can you tell? And yeah, so I posted some videos, just things like, what is a voice? Did sort of pretty well, given the number of people I've got. Not got that many people subscribing, and so, comparatively, that one did, extremely well. Yeah, things like, what is a voice? Picking up on other people's accents, that was a video. And those ones are the ones that, very quickly spiked up. And I was like, huh, Okay, cool. Oh, well, I can talk about voice then. So that's cool. That's been open things up. We're going to talk to number 4. Right at the start of this challenge, I was like, I don't know what I'm going to talk about. And as I go into each day, I still don't know what I'm going to talk about. But my goodness, there are so many things to talk about in terms of voice. This is one of those things about ideas. I'm always fascinated by the nature of idea creation, is that once you start looking for ideas, more of them come. So one of the exercises I get for people if they're trying to think of stories from their life, or they're trying to kind of fill out presentations, or they're trying to write stories or whatever, is don't write down one idea, write down 30. Because once, I think I learned that from maybe from Logan Murray, I can't remember, but anyway, from someone, and it's like once you get that going, of like, okay, I have to do 30. Some of them are going to be shat. I swore there. There we go. Terrible. That totally dumbfounded me. There you go. Anyway, so yeah, just there's so many things in voice. There's so many things that I do research about, research papers that I read and things, which takes us to number 5. Things that I have learned is that research is cool. So yesterday, I did a video about why do we pick up on other people's accents? If you're one of those people who absorb someone else's accent, you start talking in it when you're talking to them, and you're like, oh, I'm sorry, I've just picked up your accent. Why do we do that? So I was just looking through a research paper, and that one is the one that did the best in the first whatever hour or something. I don't know, suddenly it shot up. I looked back at it, I was like, oh my goodness, so many people have watched this video compared to the number of people I have as subscribers. And so I was like, wow, cool, okay, good. People like research. Well, I can do more research. That's what I do. I've got doing an MA in voice, so that's brilliant. That's opened up many doors. Number 6, mistakes sting but don't kill. So in that very video about research, I used a word that I thought I knew and I didn't know it. So it was interlocutors. I still can't say it. And I was like, it's fine. That means people who live in another country and they come to another country. That's what I thought it meant. It does not mean that at all. I didn't know that word at all. It means people who are in a conversation, like conversation partners or whatever. So that's a word that I knew, but having posted it on YouTube immediately, which was the nature of this challenge, I don't get to wait. I can just sort of go, and suddenly like, oh my god, I'm a terrible researcher. I've used a word terribly, and then I've explained the research in a slightly different way around that particular paragraph, and that made me feel bad. But and that happens when you're talking about things, but also it didn't kill me. Maybe it'll kill me in the future. Maybe someone will come back and be like, "You are terrible." But as I say, that was the most popular video. So in the future, when I have a bit more time between creation and posting, that will not happen so much. But mistakes aren't terrible. That's what I'm going to say. Number 7, numbers are addictive. So right at the beginning, I was like, I don't care who watches this. Don't care if people watch it. I'm going to post them online. And as soon as people start watching things, you start to look at numbers. And you're like, well, that video got this number, and that video got that number. And it's exactly like social media, like you're looking, oh, how many people liked my post? So they can be addictive, them numbers, but also not particularly helpful. I have heard it's a good rule to just not look at them. And certainly there were some of these like 4 weeks or whatever it's been where I was like, I'm not going to look at the numbers at all. And those were the happiest weeks. I just had ideas. And I think there was one week where I checked the numbers all the time. And then that week I was more scared about what I was posting. And like, is this good? So that's something that I've learned as well. Number 8, fresh eyes help. So once we've just done something, you've just gone out, you've just performed, you just created a video if you're doing videos, or you just made a podcast or whatever you're using your voice for, and you look at it immediately, it can be like, oh no, that's not so good. Or, oh, okay, it was not terrible, and this is something you get used to over the years. I've got used to like watching myself, and I quite like watching myself now. But what I've noticed is that the scrappiness one day, you go back a few days later and you're like, well, actually, it wasn't as scrappy as I thought it was. So that's the nature of fresh eyes. I always think you wake up with a new pair of fresh eyes on the pillow when you wake up in the morning, which is a nice sort of Addams Family type image. But it's just this idea, give yourself a break, come back to the thing, and then you're like, oh, okay, there were moments in that were pretty good. Number 9, we're coming to the end. My goodness, it's 10. Well, I picked 10 because it's a good number, but it's so many things. Messy isn't bad. Oh, yes, indeed. My most messy video, very much so, it was a day when I was exhausted, and I was like, okay, this is terrible. I'm going to do a video about why messiness is good, or not messy is good, like why people sound like AI, because this is a common problem. You're typing online and people are like, "Are you AI?" And you're like, "No, I'm autistic." But like, this is one of these things that like we're sort of thinking in the world of immediately going, "Is this a real person?" So I did this video and I was exhausted. It was so you could barely hear me, and that one did pretty well as well. And within the scope of what's doing well in these videos. And I was like, well, what the hell is going on there? The most messy video was like really, it was my best video for a while until the one yesterday in terms of people that watched it. There we go. Anyway, number 5. Dun, 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 dun. I love how I just put 10 fingers up and then said number 5. It's 5 and 5. No, doing is better than planning. So I'm a great planner. I'm terrible, but because my plans are convoluted and would never work. But I do a lot of planning. And over the time in my life, I have a tendency not to do things. I have a tendency to plan to do things. Sometimes I do things in the way that I've just done them, which is just to go. But they're sort of it's a bit of a balance. But anyway, that was a tangent. The point is, I'm getting tired because this is actually a warm jacket and it's a warm room. I put it on to be smart for this final video. You like it? So it's my favourite jacket. You're welcome. There we go. Anyway, just get down to do it. Whatever it is you're doing in life, whatever you're like, just this is a very long video. Jesus Christ, I was going to be so quick. Anyway, I've got some news in a second, but just get doing the things, don't plan. Right, onto the news. This is the news. So what's happening next? So I've just done 30 days. My ADHD is like, you will fail and never post a video again. But I've set things in motion to make sure that will not happen. I've got a good friend of mine, but one of my oldest friends, who's a YouTube wizard, to help me with some editing. So we're going to do a test during December and try and see if we can work out a good system. So tomorrow I'll post a video as normal because why not? And then from next week I'm going to post a video. The plan is, I always say the plan is because my ADHD sometimes doesn't make it happen. But the plan is to post a video every week for a starting cadence. You don't necessarily care, but maybe you do. Anyway, that's all. And of course, with editing and all this sort of stuff, hopefully the quality of these videos will go up. But I'm going to try my best to keep them fairly scrappy as well, because, well, I think that's good in life, and that's been the purpose of these 30 days of video. Good, bon. If you like video, if you like video, if you like voice about videos, if you like videos about voice, then shout it from a rooftop, or subscribe, hit the like button, follow me on social media, hit the bell icon, or indeed sign up for the waitlist for Voice Lab, which will be running in the new year at some point. That is all I have to say to you today. It's been a fun 30 days, and it will continue because I have enjoyed it immensely, even if nobody else has.